Welcome back. We're doing the rounds with Rean in Eryny in his new swanky getup. Let's speak to these guys here, though, because I've already spoken to those guys, and you over there, and you over there. It's just you left in here. I imagine you'll have more red exclamations after that. I have to thank you, Principal Aurelia. General Le Guin. I understand how much of a risk it must have been for you to help us. Oh, it was nothing. Now that you're feeling more up to it, how about you join me for a drink? They're absolutely exquisite. Not that I expect any less out of one of Purple Lightning's recommendations. Oh, this one's flavored with sprigs of lavender. Ain't that something? It's got such a refined taste to it. And it's so refreshing. You just won't want to put it down. Of course, that means you might get a little tipsy. I'll pass. It's still early in the day and I've got my students to think of. Laura, V, what are you guys drinking? Same thing as Sarah. Except mine's booze-free. I'm also sticking with the non-alcoholic version. I may be old enough to drink now, but see no reason to get inebriated during the day. I've tried the non-alcoholic one before. Can't say I understand why it's such a hit in comparison. Well, we've built up quite a tolerance ourselves. Takes much more to cut loose sometimes. So it's a lavender ale then. Kinda want to try one myself, but I don't know if I'd really like how it tastes. Drinks of that nature are commonly quite bitter. I don't see the point of them. Yeah, this is actually one of the major reasons why I don't drink. Like, there's several other reasons, but one of the major ones is I don't like the taste. Why would I bother? Simple as that. Like, why? Bitterness has its own charm, you know? Like with green tea. Yeah, this is why I don't like green tea. Again, this is actually one of the reasons why I don't like coffee. Like, there's a lot of bitterness going around. I don't like bitter. Whereas I like normal tea, because normal British tea. Well, maybe English breakfast is basically what I have, but Yorkshire, you know, that's not bitter. If you had it just as it is, yeah, it's bitter, but you then sweeten it with milk and sugar. It's like, no, then it's a sweet drink. So it's all about that type of thing. So no, I don't understand the point of drinking something that's bitter. Why not have something that tastes nice? Personally, I don't have a problem with it. Guess the kiddies just don't understand classier tastes. Or maybe it's just, why? It's like, oh, because classier. That sounds like you're an idiot, but who asked you? You're in no position to lecture us on sophistication, Ash. Just like old times. It does sound like a pretty interesting drink, though. Maybe I'll come back and try it some other time. It's just, no, I don't understand that point either. Like, I've actually heard Ash's point before, where it's like, it's a refined taste. Like, no, it's not. That's bollocks, mate. You're just suffering for no point. I don't mean to be overly assertive about this matter, but it'd be an honor to share a drink with you in the near future, Swartler. The honor would be mine. Although I really don't know how long I'll be able to keep up with you. It's still, again, just one bit of dialogue, isn't it? No extra red exclamations. Ale has never been a passion of mine, but the lavender flavor makes this quite refreshing. I'm glad I took a chance to try something new. See, I'd try it, because, again, it's like, yeah, I'd try something new, but like the lavender, I don't know, I'm not a big fan of lavender. Trying it like this, ale's not as bad as I thought it'd be. The boss is more of a bourbon type. Well, anyway, I have to wait till I'm old enough for anything that actually has alcohol in it. I do hope we get to see Fee when she's all grown up. Chances are slim, though. I was kind of wanted to share a drink with the General, actually. But don't worry, though. I'm not going to overdo it or anything. Yeah, you say that, but we know you. Okay, no one up there. I still like how, if you're holding down the run and you stop, he slides. So it's like, slide, slide. If you just do that, stop. Just stops dead. It's like, no. Oh, caught him that time. I want to know more. All about sorts of magic. Like how to turn Loki into a full-fledged familiar, just like Celine. Wowie. How'd you get all that power inside you? I can sense it. A deep, black darkness. I never felt any like this before. Nice to meet you too. What's with this kid? I know, right? It's a peculiar one for sure. Her interest in the instructor seems to know no bounds. I suppose that isn't particularly of note. I want to learn so much more. Hey, who are you anyway? How'd you get all that power inside you? With those sparkling eyes. I'm not sure what to say. I wonder if it's related in some way, because, like, we know Ouroboros only really accepts members that have darkness inside of them. I wonder if that's kind of related. I do wonder. Because not heard much mention of that beyond, really. I think it was Sky that was mentioned in? Where was that mentioned? Be nice to speak to you two. Three, sorry. Didn't see Thomas there at first. So, young Master Schwarzer, or Mr. Schwarzer, sorry. I hear you're leaving us. Yes, everyone here has been a huge help. I can't thank you enough. No, guiding the Awakeners is merely our duty. I fear your real hardships have only just begun. To continue onward, if it means having to become the sacrifice, do be careful. Try not to be too reckless. Thank you for your concern. Instructor? I wonder if there's something we can do for him. Yeah, me too. Jingo said she'll be leaving with the rest of you. Wish I could have taught her a little more history. But I knew she wouldn't be staying here forever. And as talented as she is, I'm sure she'll manage just fine no matter where she goes. Perhaps I should prepare some kind of potting gift for her. Perception Church folks have a lot more good sense than I'd give them credit for. Feel free to take a look at my collection. I'm immensely proud of it. Look a look. Oh, hello. We don't have that. So let's get Imperial Chronicles issue 5. Fishing Bay. Do I have any cards that I don't? Yeah. Alright. I really do need to stock up on new like celestial bombs, don't I? So let's exchange. Because we did use quite a them messing about with AP and stuff, didn't we? So best to make sure we get that. Right, so ooh, selfish. We never did find a fishing spot in the Black Workshop. What a shame. Yes. Okay, books. Imperial Chronicle, issue 5. Military affairs. Mounting tensions at the border. The situation in the airspace above the Erebonian Calvardian border in Kreutzen became extremely tense around noon on August 14th. Imperial forces numbered about a dozen of a 250 Arge blue battleship. The Calvardians have about the same number of gunships and a 200 Arge yellow battleship, because the colours are important. Both sides prepared their cannons to fire and locked eyes in a standoff for a short while. The Imperial Army reports that the ship used to keep Calvard's 2nd Area Division's Baton Katos class flagship in check was the 3rd Air Fleet's Gargantua class battleship, the newest model that debuted at the recent military parade. Relentless arms race. Although La Burle is renowned for its orbital airships, it is outmatched by Calvard in the realm of military vessels. The gunships and airships seen in the latest clash were cutting-edge models built by the Verne Company. However, Erebonia's relentless pursuit of new technology has resulted in notable feats of engineering, including the Lusitania passenger ship, the Pantagruel, and most recently the entire Pantagruel class, the largest ships in history. He will maintain superiority through the efforts of our excellent researchers and the bravery of our nation, an Imperial Army dignitary told us. And this reminds me of a certain event that happened in history twice, where it's like they're so sure of their military prowess, they're so sure that the skies are theirs and all that type of stuff. And there's sort of like an analogy like that to what happened with America pretty much during the Cold War. And this isn't public knowledge because it was classified, and there was a reason for that, and you'll understand very quickly. Basically, what happened, I think it was the 60s. Yeah, the 60s. Britain developed the Vulcan aircraft. It was a nuclear arms delivery system, basically. It was a plane, very fast plane, had a good way of jamming radars and stuff like that, because it's very, very loud. It's a good way of doing stealth, basically. Like, you can either be very, very quiet and have all the information bounce off of you and stuff like that. This is very rough, by the way, just in case you're wondering. But it bounces off of you, so you can't be seen. Or you just scream very, very loud, and it's like, well, I don't know where it's coming from. It's everywhere. That's basically what we did. We made a very, very loud aircraft. Vulcans are very, very loud. But it's basically the US just invited the UK, the Brits, to see if they could infiltrate their airspace, sort of like a show of prowess, being like, ha ha ha, you can't get past us. And, well, being the smaller nation that we are, we have to think up of good tactics to get by such strength, such power. And we did. Yeah, we did. And potentially, if those aircraft had had nukes on them, we could have destroyed New York easily. Very, very easily. And I think it was, then it was very, very much a case of like, America was like, we need to fix that. Because if they can get through our defenses, that's an issue. That's a major issue. Because if they had nukes, they could have nuked us. Like, yeah, we could have nuked you. So, they invited the Royal Air Force back next year, being like, ha ha ha, we fixed it. We've solved the problem. Did it again. Did it again. Easily got through. And could have nuked America. Had we wanted to, we could have. It's a good job good job we were your allies. Because, you know, not only could we have nuked you ourselves, we could have also told the Russians during the Cold War that, hey, there's this easy way in. Take advantage of it. We discovered it, there you go. And just think, this is with the America's Air Force being the best in the world at that point, and all that type of stuff, and being ready for Britain to do this mock attack, and still got through. So, what does the US Air Force do? Classify the whole thing, just being like, no, never happened. Like, sure it didn't. So, that's what this reminds me of, where it's like, this entire situation here, with like, look, it's like outmatched, like everything's amazing, everything's good about our stuff, we're so good. And they mentioned LaBelle. I imagine LaBelle could get through. There'll be like a gap, just small enough for like one ship to get through and destroy everything if they need to. It's all about tactics, not power. And that feels very, very similar to that situation. I'll leave a link down in the description or in the card somewhere. Someone remind me if I forget to about that, because it's like it's interesting to learn about how Britain could have nuked America twice. Not two bombs. They could have nuked you completely twice, but didn't because we're kind. Anyway, special feature: opinion polls. It has been 2 weeks since conscriptions and supply requisitions began. How do our citizens feel about it? We're getting a flood of orders for instrument tuning from military bands. It's not easy to keep up with the demand, as many as our craftsmen were conscripted too. Mr. Morgan, president of Revolt Company in Heimdall. The market is a ghostly town lately. Trade's the lifeblood of this town. Without it, I don't see much of a future for us. Miss Margot from Calvard. Oh, Margot. The town's empty except for miners. Miners, not miners. Those were getting more of, so the canteen's a madhouse. It's hard to keep the kitchen stocked though. Guess we'll just have to get by on the rations we get shipped to us. Mr. Devanche, Rua. There are just a few of the insights we gleaned from our many interviews of the Empire's hardworking citizens. Column, Ladies Who Labor, Episode 2. Thanks to your warm reception, readers, we're back with another episode of this new column. This time our lady in the spotlight is Cecile, who works as a nurse at St. Ursula Hospital in Crossbelt. She's endeared herself to just about everyone, from long-term live-ins to walk-in patients. Some even profess to regard her as a bona fide angel. A large portion of our staff has been sent to America, so we're working hard to continue providing the same excellent standard of care here. We're very lucky that Dr. Salin from Remeferia is here to assist us, said Cecile in her characteristically gentle manner, the look in her eyes reflecting her inner strength. Notice, missing person. Received a request for someone searching for a missing person. Please contact the editor if you happened to see someone matching the description listed below. Name, Cody, gender, male, age 18, characteristics, blonde hair, has a Remiferian passport. Cody, eh? Keep an eye out for him. Lovely dress, lovely. Whoa, is this ignorant cults? We've got the kin of Vegana too. All these books have been banned by the church. Pretty audacious to have them just sitting on the shelves like this. You say that, but you don't seem to be outraged at seeing them here. The owner's got a true scholar's zest for forbidden text. That being said, I don't believe these have any information in them that's truly dangerous, though. You don't get a chance like this every day. Maybe I'll just pick up one or, oh, that's expensive. I'm starting to wish I'd gotten Kevin to bring back everything from the recluse cube. Yeah, there was quite a few things in there. I guess I'll just have to save up every spare mirror I can until I can afford them. And this guy works for the church? To now, he's only shown up his good, proper side, but, I do like his glasses here.
Ah, hello everyone. You seem like you're ready to head off.
Why, hello there. I'm so glad to see you've recovered, Rean.
Thanks, Rosine. It helped a lot that you came to assist us back there. Instructor Thomas, thank you for helping us by using the partition. Not at all. It was only possible because you all were the ones inside it. In that respect, I do think it's really thanks to Gaius and the new Class VII. I'd say their strength was the largest factor, including the presence of the Panzer Soldats. Really, we didn't do all that much. Our efforts had a minimal impact compared to everyone else. Never underestimate what the power of love can do. Anyway, that ship, the Macabre? It's a ship that belongs to the Gralsritter, isn't it? That's right. It's given the Dominions like Gaius and myself to help us in the course of our Gralsritter duties, in addition to the engine specs being a little over the top. It even has state-of-the-art facilities and weapons included. I only just inherited it from Barkthorpe, so I'm still getting used to it. Part of the reason I wanted Rosine to come, and the backup she provided was essential. I'm just glad I can help. It's great. It's comforting knowing that we have you on our side. Instructor Thomas, will you be heading back to your Macabre? Yes, I'll be covering the eastern portion of the Empire, as well as working together with the Gralsritter headquarters. Out of the 12 Macabres we have, 4 of them were supposed to join us, but the 4th and 9th Dominions, along with the Macabres, were called away to respond to other threats. I guess there are problems all over the continent, not just in Erebonia. Seems to be the case. I'll try to get hold of any useful information I can while I'm at it. Right now, I'm just glad you're back with us, Rean. It's a load off my mind. You never really stop worrying about your old students. Thank you, Instructor Thomas. It really is great to have you back with us. I want to know more about you guys. The store is fantastic. It's a true gold mine of knowledge and oasis. Guess I'll just have to save up every spare mirror I can until I can afford some of these. I'm just glad you're having fun. I'll be working here to fight backup for Gaius. Still, it makes me happy to be able to talk with you again. The situation seems dire, I know, but it's not without hope. We can't give up. I get that Thomas and Rosine are part of the Gralsritter. Honestly, they haven't changed a bit since I knew them back at Thor's. I get what you mean. Father Thomas has always been obsessed with history, and Rosine was constantly helping with the church in Trista. It was thanks to them that I awoke to my true calling as a Gralsritter as early as I did. And their presence in my life, as well as all that happened with Father Barkhorn, was thanks to the hand of Adios and the wind. Still want to know more about how you received your stigma, though, because that's very different to everyone else, from what we know, anyway. You seem to have found your place, that's for sure. It's like, I want more details on what happened there. Really, really do. Maybe we'll get them in a later game. Because someone's clearly turning up in that. Don't think it's very well hidden, I think it's bloody obvious, isn't it? Well, looks like you three got a pretty good soaking. Yep, couldn't pass up the opportunity. No kidding, I feel like a new man thanks to that bath. I should hope so. You take to the hot springs like a slovenly old fogey aching all over. And what's wrong with that? Some of us have day jobs running us ragged, you know. Oh, you guys. To be fair, it's hard not to let yourself go once you settle in. You're telling me. Well, anyway, not to get all prim and proper on you guys, but I wanted to extend my thanks. Oh, come now, Rean. You know we couldn't do a thing without you. Just relax yourself. Enjoy some luxury for once. My, it really is sweet how well you all get along. There truly is something precious about it. Yeah. My chest feels lighter now that Class VII has you back. It's good to see you, Rean. Good to see you too, sis. I don't remember the last time I felt this energetic. It's far from over, but I'm glad that at least you're back with us. Don't you think Eustace likes teasing me a little too much? It's not really like when we were at Thor's. He's not mean about it anymore. That's true. Yeah, it's like there's a different cadence to it. It's like he's doing it lighthearted. It is like, yeah, the best way to put it is like, there's two things I'd say it's like. Either one, being British. That's the best way I can put it. It's like, if you're from here, you know what it's like where you insult people in a playful, friendly way. That's the best way I could put it. It's like, it's very similar to that. There's a lot of banter, basically, here in the UK. It's a skill. It's a thing. Best way I could put it. But also seems like they could be brothers. That's a similar element to it. Still guarding there. Good, good, good. Oh dear. He's rather wary of you, isn't he? It's an understandable stance to take, given the circumstances. Sorry to scare you like that, little guy. No harm intended. Guess he must be a familiar. Looks like he's watching over the hot spring. Q. Think he wants to show you over to the hot spring. Damn, still. What a bro. Well, he is offering after all. Maybe we could take a dip before we head out. Looks like he's sticking to his duties, even if he does sound a little scared. Let's enter the hot springs then. Gotta say, never thought they'd have a hot spring here of all places. Alright. Not so sure how I feel about indulging like this right before we leave, though. Oh, you certainly seem to be enjoying it, from where we are sitting. You couldn't be soaking in any harder if you were a sponge. No, I'm still not over this whole mixed bathing thing. The coverage of these towels is near identical to that of a swimsuit. Besides, Instructor Rean is a hot springs paradise local. I imagine one may find him a bit more immune than most. But if, say, an unfortunate accident were to occur, with maybe a bit of skin to skin for good measure, it would be a different story, I concur. You say? Cut it out, and you, Ali, stop playing along. My, I thought I was a hot springs fanatic. Sorry, Principal Logan. Looks like we've beaten you to the punch. You two here for a soak too? Yep, we wanted to go in one last time. We've been to some fun places, yes, but certainly none so nice as these springs. I must have been here a good half-dozen times since yesterday myself. Really? It could easily hit double figures had you woken a little later. Can't say I blame you. Well, good to see they don't mind bearing themselves. Unlike you chicks, the Rakshasas actually got something to bear. The principal's presence certainly is overwhelming. Oh darn, I suppose I'll just have to wait until next time to stand a chance. One-track mind as usual, I see. Well, if it makes you feel any better, yours have gotten pretty big too, you know. I'm certainly no match for you or Lady Mildine over there, by any standard. Kia, shush! Not in front of the guys! No, it's different for everyone, Ren. You still have some time to get there. I concur. I estimate that both of you still have a 2-year grace period before we can properly judge. His face then like, what? I wonder if anyone will notice if I just make my way out now. You're so innocent. It's making me cringe. After getting out, everyone enjoyed some coffee milk and fruit milk, courtesy of the owner of the inn. They then hung out a bit longer before parting ways. Lovely. What if we get another scene if we went back there again? I'm entirely sure. What else we got around? Just stuff at the clearing, really. Gandalf. Finally get to see the Ashen Knight, and that's the condition he's in? I'm sorry. Maybe if I were more skilled? Don't apologize, boy. His condition reflects the state of his awakener. There's nothing you could have done. It all goes back to the gnomes and the rivalries, right? This is no time to sit around feeling sorry for yourself. Just gotta get back on your feet and do what you can. You're right. Hope you can give Valimar another look over next time we're here. Sure thing. I'll tune him up anytime you want. Got a reputation to live up to after all. What are these two talking about? Finding it hard to follow myself, but it seems pretty certain that there's something in the shrine on Brionia Island. Not all spirit shrines are created equal. The ones that have sprung up in the west are right up there with the best of them. Back in the day, they were referred to as holy shrines. According to legend, they reside in separate dimensions. It's said that the Divine Knight slumbered within them in the times long past. But that's ancient history now. You may as well go check them out for yourself. Indeed. What slots? Just that one left, just that one left. But these guys... Get yours, finally. Good. Because these are the guys I'm pretty much going to use. It feels more their story than old Class 7. At this point, anyway. It really does, it really does. Can we make it any more... Ooh, we can get power one first. And a speed one. EP... Like, it's just like not yet. But what about... No. Just wondering... What else we can make here? We do have some of them. We're gonna get more action 3s. That's a shame. What about EP3s? Some Mind 3s. That could be a good idea. What did I need for the EX Orb to... EP2s. Just EP2s? It's not bad, really. Yeah. Well, there that goes. And you got one and need two, don't I? No. Just the one. We got enough. We got enough. We got enough. Insert them. Like, just having them around is good. Because you never know. There we go. Right. Carry on. Herbalist Ohm. Oh, you on your feet already? You don't look bad for a guy who slept like a rock for a day straight. Yes, Urla's potions must have done the trick. I guess so. I feel like I should thank you again for everything you've done for me. Oh, don't worry about it, dear. It's really Emma and the Elder who did most of the work. The path destiny has laid out for you is a complex one, and full of hardship. But do not despair. You're back with us now, and that counts for a lot. Thank you. I intend to do whatever I can to turn things around. I haven't completely given up yet. Well now, that's good to hear. This is a little farewell gift from me. I'll be praying for your success. No, thank you. Excellent clan potions, huh? Thank you, Mom. I really appreciate all the help. Don't mention it, dear. I am just sorry we can't do more. What she said. All of us here in Erin consider you friends at this point. You'll get a warm welcome here anytime you stop by. Count on it. I'll be sure to take you up on that. Thanks again, Ola and Nicholas. Looks like our plan was a rousing success. This calls for a celebration. Operation Jormungand. Operation Mirage, was that it? The Mirage bit. Sure, it's a lot going on in the outside world. This is where we really make our stand against the Twilight, and the worst is yet to come. Once I catch my breath, I'll get right out there and see if I can get any info that might help. We're all so relieved you got your instructor back. There's still plenty of problems we need to deal with, but at least that's one victory in the books. I wish you the best of luck from here on. You'll always be welcome guests here. Same again, okay. Like again, it's like, should I buy that as well? I'm sure I'll be alright. I'll earn more money at some point. Yep, that's the same again. Alright, now the very interesting one. The fortune teller one. I was intrigued by this. You must be about to set out, instructor. Do you like the outfit? I do, thank you. Wait, are you the one who made it? That was all, Master. I just helped a little. This is really a once-in-a-lifetime gift. I'll make sure to use it wisely. It's really quite a trifle. But your costume means a lot. You have many good people supporting you. Be sure to treasure them in turn as you walk the long road ahead. Thank you, Mom. I will. No matter where I go, the same lessons waiting for me. I think perhaps the instructor has some reflecting to do. Gee, you think maybe he'll finally learn to be a little more self-aware? Alright. That's enough from the peanut gallery. Sheesh, talk about the third degree, but I am truly blessed. Master's recognized some of my progress. He's going to start teaching me divination. I'm only going to be instructing you on the fundamentals, to be clear. But I'm doubling the length of your practice sessions starting today. Surely you can handle that much by now, yes? Yes, Master, I'll do my best. Witch training seems really tough. You'd imagine, yeah. It's no big deal, but I'd be overjoyed if you made good use of it. That no-good Vita finally showed herself, and that's enough for me. The sacrifice has returned, and the scales of destiny have started to tip slightly. We're nearing a turning point in history. We need to ready ourselves. Very well. Right, I think we'll end this part here then. In the next part, we'll head on down into the clearing and set out, because we're ready. Ta-da for now.